I think you should only be allowed to be a passport bro if you can build a plane. If you can build an airplane and get yourself over to Thailand, go buy your wife. Have at it. Otherwise, why are you cosplaying like a king?
I went to Colombia on a bachelor trip. Now I understand what women feel like when they have guys talking over them. There was times where I wanted to go to the bathroom. Yeah. And I had to tell like a friend, like, come to the bathroom with me because I didn't want women pulling at me on the way to the bathroom. If I go, they're going to pull at me. The body is weak. The body is lustful.
My intention in this video is not to speak a lot about Corey Holcomb. I think I've spoken about him enough. But there is a lesson that we can learn because he did something, and strangely enough, the tape of it pops up just a day or so after his beef. So I have my suspicions about what happened. But essentially, the mistake that Corey Holcomb made was that he got involved with a young lady who simply doesn't care about him. And not just did he get involved with the one, but he cared what she said. I don't think that there is a better weapon that we can have in this age as modern men than apathy, because these women want to see your downfall.
In order for us to achieve peace on planet Earth and get the things that we want to get out of this life, we're going to have to delete 90% of men.
And when I say thin the herd, what I mean is we need to start reducing the male population.
You shouldn't have access to that technology. You were never supposed to go over there. There are plenty of good women here. If you can't find one woman in the entire United States, you don't get to go over there. Why would they want the undesirables?
I'm not sure if you've ever heard of the game Bomberman. It's a blast. It's one of the most popular video game titles in Japan. It has been for probably 30, 40 some odd years. And it's really simple. The premise is simply you're a character that has bombs and you can pick up power-ups to get more bombs or make your bombs more powerful. You can run faster. You can kick them, all kinds of power-ups that make your character more dangerous. And when you play multiplayer, it's extremely exciting. But there's one lesson that you learn. If you're playing a multiplayer game with someone who isn't afraid to do themselves in, they're the most dangerous players to play with. If you want to see a real-life example of one of these dangerous Bombermans, or in this case a Bomber Woman, this is probably a very good one. This lady just does not have any kind of energy that is saying that she wants to be with a man. She wants a man to do things for her. But her energy essentially is telling the guy that approaches her, if I have the opportunity, I'll destroy you.
I have no desire to be the first woman a man decides to treat right. I don't want to be your experiment. I don't want to be the thing that you use to prove to the world, to people around you, to God, to whatever, that you are this good, upstanding person. I need somebody who comes with a clean track record.
It may seem harsh to have this kind of attitude, but a new generation of men are going to have to learn to see a woman with this kind of energy and just go right by her and leave her alone. Because this woman, when she breaks up with you, she is going to punish you, even if she ends up punishing herself. And so a guy has to see a woman, no matter how cute she might seem, and just read her energy and say, nope, 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 can't do it. And that's why clubs are starting to look like this.
Men don't come up to you, not even nobody comes up to you in the club. Nobody comes up to you in the club. They be scary as and I don't understand why.
Ma'am, this is why.
This is Medellin, Colombia at night. This is Parque Lleras. It's always 65, 66, almost 70 degrees every single day there.
Whoa, 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 whoa. My goodness. Oh, she's black. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Degrees every single day there at night. It's the most amazing vibe, most amazing women. But this is the park. When anybody talks about the park, this is Parque Lleras. And it's right in Poblado. In Medellin. Amazing place. Every single night.
Paredes? Oh, dear. I think that answers your question, Miss Madam.
My life, especially one who's intimate with me, automatically wants to step into leadership and provision and want to protect and provide for me. Kim has never given me those vibes.
Yeah. You got a boyfriend right now, Kelly?
No.
Exactly.
Remember the conversation we had about Bomberman, that the most dangerous players are the ones that don't care if they survive the game or not. And so the way to deal with those players is to avoid them. And in this particular case, and Cam does the opposite of what we saw Corey Holcomb do, he just doesn't care. He's apathetic, and it's driving her nuts.
You got a boyfriend right now, Kelly?
No.
Exactly.
Why does that matter? Do you have a girlfriend right now, Cam?
I don't need nobody to protect and provide for me. I'm not looking for that. I'm just trying
You're
to
a
say.
man. I wouldn't expect that.
I'm just trying to say that this is the thing, that you think that because you're dating somebody, like for instance, right? Give you an example.
So as a woman, if I share my body with a man, I shouldn't expect him to want to protect and provide for me? Is that what you would teach your daughter?
The problem is this: you want to protect.
You think
and
men
provide.
and women are equal?
No. What I'm trying to explain to you is this: for me, I rather invest in my female than give my female, and that's the problem.
You've never invested in me
because you had bad investments. That's why you're in nursing school. I'm trying to explain to you that the investments that you had weren't good.
That's not why I'm in nursing school. I've been working on my nursing degree since 2019.
Why you don't have it yet?
I opened the business to help me get through nursing school.
And which was
because I needed a passive income.
Which was a bad investment.
Perfect. It's perfect. His energy is minimal. He is essentially telling her, I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you think about what I chose to do or not do for you. You can lob your insults. You can cut me off. But that power of just not caring. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you act. I'm just going to back away. And if you want to play Bomberman with yourself, have at it. I essentially told you that you weren't a good investment because you took 5-6 years to complete nursing school. And I think it takes only a couple of years. And you're going to give me every excuse why you didn't do it. And so instead of trying to be Corey Holcomb and getting up in her face and trying to make her act right, he says, you know what? I'm good. And it's perfect.
Right. Anyway, like I was trying to explain, because it's a bad investment or somebody gives you an opinion, you reverse it into a don't want to protect, provide. You never looked out for me. Yo, you didn't really like you always looked past me, because I don't think what you were doing was going to make money for yourself or for me. That's how you reverted to say, yo, you never want to look out for me. You never did this for me. You never believed in me. You always look past me because I give you my real opinion.
Okay, Cam, what's your feelings towards her?
Listen, I love Callie as a friend, man. Like I said, she's a beautiful girl. I would love to be her friend, but we're just not in a space of being friends because the last time we talked, I wouldn't let her move in my house. So we stopped speaking.
That has nothing to do with it.
I'm just telling you last time, for me, that's what it was.
That's not why we stopped speaking.
Why we stopped speaking? Tell me.
It's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. If you've ever dealt with someone and they're trying to pull you in, one of the things that they'll do is they'll lob insults at you or they'll try and push your buttons to try and get you to react. And what Cameron is showing here is that he doesn't have any buttons. He took all of his buttons and took them off the board. And she's trying to push at buttons that aren't there. And it's beautiful to watch because essentially she's the Bomberman. She's going into that interview trying to find a place where she can drop her little bombs and get him. And he's saying, I'm not playing the game with you at all. Beautiful to watch.
I went to Colombia on a bachelor trip. I have never seen so many men on one single airplane in my entire life. I went to Colombia on a bachelor trip. I have never seen so many men on one single airplane in my entire life.
Knowing what I know now from the military and working with Homeland Security and working with United Airlines, if a man told me he ever went to Colombia, especially for a bachelor trip, I would end that engagement on the spot. I'm sorry, I can't take any chances with someone who participated in the sex trafficking of women, especially young girls.
This is an example of a quote-unquote bomber woman. She can't stand the idea of men exercising their own agency, going to another country, enjoying themselves, and then living their lives. She essentially wants to ruin it. And the first thing she's trying to do is label them as some kind of clandestine visitors, when the Colombian authorities know full well how to deal with the men that are in their country. But she wants to go above and beyond that. This is a classic example of how if you have too much empathy with someone who clearly wants to see your downfall, she could just take you down with her, or she could be the person that takes you down. You might be someone that's trying to be cordial. You're just hanging out maybe, and she might do something or say something that either triggers something or activates something, or she's just trying to do something that is essentially pushing your buttons so that she can get her desired effect, which is, I want to see this man punished. Listen to her reasoning here.
I made this TikTok because I wanted to point out and I wanted to say, if you're a tourist, an American tourist, and you see anything like this, like any suspicions of sex trafficking, especially with minors, you're obligated to tell the American embassy. Even though you're in another country, you're still under the laws and jurisdiction of the United States. And there are attaches of the DEA, Homeland Security, and other three-letter agencies that are down in the embassies where you can report these crimes. Because personally, if I see it in any country and I know you're American, I will report you.
This woman is a good example of what I call a bomber woman. Not only does she have an issue with men exercising their agency by going to a foreign country and enjoying themselves, but she feels the need to go and police those men there. She's talking about trafficking and kids stuff. When you heard the beginning of this TikTok, is guys getting on an airplane and saying, we're going to go to Colombia and have a good time. So why does she feel a need to follow these men around the world and essentially report them to three-letter agencies, when essentially all they're saying is that I'm going to Colombia to have a good time and party with girls? Where does she fit into that? And the answer is pretty simple. Some of these young ladies are so unhappy at whatever that they'd rather take themselves down and you with them than to see you go off and have a good time. What is the reasoning for that? I don't know, and I really don't care. But some young ladies just do not have any good intentions for you at all. We're going to see in the next couple of days this be the case with Corey Holcomb. If he's in front of that woman said something really, touching to him or really sensitive, and he reacted in a way because he cared about what she said, essentially she found a way to take Corey Holcomb down. Maybe it doesn't elevate her career, but at least she gets to brag about that. And in this case, this is a woman essentially saying, I want to find some of these passport bros and I want to take them down. Or a young lady saying, you shouldn't even have the right to be a passport bro unless you could build an airplane because I'm unhappy, so darn it, you should be unhappy too. I think the skill that modern men need in this modern environment is understanding that being a gentleman is reserved for ladies, and more specifically, ladies that care about you. If she has no vested interest in you doing well or you having good outcomes despite the choices that you have made, the best thing you could do is treat her the same way that Cameron treated his ex-woman, his ex-girlfriend, and essentially say, I will be cordial. I am not going to allow you to push any buttons, and the best thing I could do is be apathetic and keep it moving. It's a sad state of affairs, but you got to put the seatbelt on yourself first. And if that lady doesn't want to see you have a seatbelt on in the first place, do you think she's going to help you put your seatbelt on? Or do you think she's going to find a way so that you can't even lock it in the first place? If those are the ladies that are out here and they have such contempt for men that they want to see men get destroyed or see a fewer number of men on the planet, you can't be around those women and you cannot care about them. Because that bomber woman is going to take you out with her. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you next video. Take care.